Yes, guys, welcome back to GBFC. Welcome today to Chelsea news and a Brentford preview in one video because football is back. We're into April. It's the business end of the season. So much football to be played. Today, not only do you get this video, but I'm also going to try something new. If you enjoy the GBFC Chelsea watch-alongs that we do when Chelsea are playing, I'm going to try and do like a marathon Saturday stream today where we go live for Everton Arsenal. We watch the 3 o'clock kickoffs. If I've still got the energy, we go then into the late kickoff as well. So it's just basically just me, hopefully entertaining you for hours live on the channel. So make sure you get your notifications on. Make sure you're subscribed because I just feel like it could be a great addition. Now that I've obviously got more GBFC, the official second channel, I can do extra watch-alongs here, and then if you want to watch the reviews and the analysis and stuff, you can watch it on more GBFC. So, without any further ado, we begin with the Chelsea news today. And as much as there's some people that are quite excited about Chelsea being linked to Endrick, I've got a different kind of view. Chelsea are considering a €70 million summer bid for Brazilian teenager Endrick, who has struggled for consistent minutes at Real Madrid this season. When we talk about struggling for consistent minutes, right, there's nothing consistent about an 18-year-old playing 116 minutes with 16 appearances and only one goal all season for Real Madrid. And if you look into that, right, Carlo Ancelotti has obviously got Real Madrid, a serial winning football club. And if he's not using this kid, it's because he's not ready to be a serial winner and contribute to the team yet. Yes, as well, you could also say, well, Kylian Mbappe is there. Vinicius Jr. is there. How is Endrick going to play? This is the problem. But his development means it's been stunted at Real Madrid. He's not really, well, he's probably got better in terms of the mentality of knowing, right, this isn't going to come easy. If I'm going to be a success in Europe, it's not going to be as easy as blowing teams away as a 16-year-old is in Brazil. So, €70 million. First thing, I can imagine Chelsea will be looking into Endrick because Real Madrid is clearly not working for him. And Real Madrid aren't really a club who are renowned for waiting for players to blow up and be ready. They need players ready right now. So, do I think Chelsea could actually be interested in Endrick? Possibly yes, probably yes. But if you take a look at this, right? And I mean, look, this is FB Ref. This is a website I use quite a lot. Similar players, we're talking about championship level strikers here, like Duncan Watmore of Millwall, for goodness sake. Callum Lang of Portsmouth. €70 million. If his name wasn't Endrick and he wasn't Brazilian and didn't play for Real Madrid, there's no way this kid is worth €70 million right now. Yes, there was a lot of hype about Endrick. Chelsea were interested in him years ago when he was like, 16? And then he went to Real Madrid and everyone was like, oh, Real Madrid got the golden boy. They got the next Ronaldo. Football doesn't work like that. Football doesn't wait for you. But I would look at this, and if you look at the stats this season, this is it's basically unfair, really, to even compare it. Take-ons, yeah, he's in the top 23%. There's nothing really worth shouting about here. And the main point, really, when it comes to Chelsea being linked to strikers, and look, it says here, €70 million. This isn't the most reputable source, but the longer it goes towards the transfer window, Endrick isn't randomly just going to blow up this season at Real Madrid. He can't get starts. He won't get minutes. I think he will leave, whether it's a loan or Real Madrid are just like, nah, he's not it. We're going to sell him. I don't know. But Chelsea, for me, we need experience. We should be going for an experienced striker. I want Isak, Osimhen or Gyökeres, and we'll probably get Delap or Seshko. If you want to see the video where I analyse all of the strikers that Chelsea are linked with this summer, then check the card up on the screen now. But for me, there's no way this summer we should be spending €70 million on Endrick. I don't want to see Chelsea going out there buying talent that, yes, Endrick showed so much promise, but if he's not ready for Real Madrid and winning is our aim, as the song goes, then he's not ready for Chelsea right now either. The Premier League is a different beast, and I just think he would absolutely struggle here and probably get swallowed and basically just sink into the ground if he signs for Chelsea Football Club. We move into the next story of the day. Jamie Gittens is very high on Chelsea's list. Now then, Jamie Gittens. We all know English, plays for Borussia Dortmund. Doesn't this sound a little bit similar to that of a player that we've currently got who's English, used to play for Borussia Dortmund? Jamie Gittens is 20 years old. This is his profile here. 7 goals, 3 assists in 27 games this season in the Bundesliga. You can see outperforming his XG and expected assists. 70 shot creating actions and 10 goal creating actions and 30 in 12 matches in the Champions League. Jamie Gittens is an exciting player to watch. What I really like about him is that he can take players on, very good at dribbling, and he likes to have a shot as well. And what I've done here is I've compared all of the key stats between Jamie Gittens, Jadon Sancho, and Pedro Neto, who have all played similar amounts of minutes this season. You can see here, Gittens has only played 9 minutes less than Pedro Neto, and he's played the same amount of games. When we look at the goals, Jamie Gittens is in front, and he's got actually more goals than both Neto and Sancho combined, just below on assists. But when we start to go down here, this is where the numbers start to look really good in Jamie Gittens' favour. Yes, there's a difference from the Premier League to the Bundesliga. I'm well aware of that. But Gittens, having grown up and been involved with English football, I think he'll know what he's doing when it comes to that transition. Shot on target percentage, which is obviously a key thing. We just need Sancho to shoot, really, but 45%. That is 20% higher than both Sancho and Pedro Neto. Shots per 90 as well. You can see more than double that of Jadon Sancho, which if the problem with Sancho is that he just doesn't shoot, then Jamie Gittens here, we're already seeing here, he's providing a solution to that problem. And then when it comes to the passing, everything is pretty around average. Sancho with 83.1, but I'm going to say because Sancho doesn't take enough risks on the pitch. So Chelsea being linked to Jamie Gittens, I think this is an interesting potential signing that we can see. Shot creating actions per 90 minutes. Jamie Gittens is also leading this one too. So to see Chelsea linked to this player, he's performing better right now. Yes, it's Dortmund, not Chelsea, not Premier League, but he's performing well at Dortmund this season. I think he's an exciting player. Let's see what happens regarding this move. The next story, Liverpool are interested in signing João Pedro, and Chelsea want to bring Carlos Baleba to the club. Both players are valued at 100 million by Brighton. We are talking again about Chelsea, 100 million Brighton. Those 3 pieces of vocabulary, they do fit hand in hand. And to be fair, last time we went to Brighton and spent 100 million on a midfielder, it's worked out pretty well. Check the last video on the channel if you want to see why I think Caicedo is the best DM in world football right now. 100 million for Carlos Baleba. There are a lot of Brighton fans that think if Caicedo's worth 100, Baleba should be worth 150. I'm a huge fan of Carlos Baleba's. I think he's a brilliant footballer, and we can be doing a little player watch of him in the GBFC watch-along later for Crystal Palace Brighton. But do we need to spend another 100 million on another midfielder? Nope. I think Enzo and Caicedo, if the rumours are believed right now, Enzo Fernández, as you can see here, considered a priority. Summer exit was never a possibility. Planning for the midfield future includes Enzo, and he's fully focused on reaching Champions League football with Chelsea. The only way that I could see actually any of this coming into fruition would be if Chelsea don't get Champions League and Enzo Fernández does want to leave, and then Atletico, Real Madrid, if they were to come knocking with big money, Chelsea might be interested to sell if Enzo Fernández wanted to move, and then we would need to replace him. Carlos Baleba, I'm not sure if there's enough attacking threat there. Would it be too defensive of a 200 million pound midfield? It's mental that we're even talking about this, really. But that is the Chelsea news of the day. And we move now into building the Chelsea 11 to play Brentford this weekend. So make sure you've hit the like button on this video. We're about to move into part 2. You can see it on the chapters if I remember to put them in. And subscribe to the channel. But let's go with the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez, who I'm not going to say bad things about today. I watched that save back again that he did late on against Spurs, and that really is a match-winning save. So credit to Robert Sanchez for that one. And I believe he's also kept clean sheets in his last 4 matches at Stamford Bridge. So definitely an improvement from Rob Sanchez. So he is the goalkeeper. Moving into a Chelsea back 4. One change. Malo Gusto drops out despite so-called man of the match display against Spurs. Reece James, who was rested with this game in mind at right back with Chalobah, Colwill, Marc Cucurella as the left back. Mr. Consistent really this season, Marc Cucurella. He's been absolutely magnificent. I think Trevor Chalobah here is an interesting one. We saw in the first half, in particular against Spurs, those long passes that he was making and pretty much successfully doing it every single time. Chalobah, I think, is a player that we need in the side. If we are talking, and we did yesterday in the video, about the energy right now for Chelsea, the energy's got to be something where we're going into every game, like Levi Colwill said in a presser. He said that every game is going to be a final now because the clear end goal is the Champions League. So Brentford, we need to approach it the same as we did Tottenham. Yes, we've not got the Stamford Bridge crowd this time, but we're going to a stadium where we have beaten Brentford before. We're actually better away against Brentford than we are at Stamford Bridge. So that is my Chelsea back four. Moving in to these two, Caicedo and Enzo Fernández. I want to see Enzo Fernández consistently playing at the level that we've recently seen. And look, if he keeps doing that, then for me, there's no reason for anyone to want him to leave. You know, I think there's been a lot of talk about Enzo Fernández this season, but the numbers, we've spoken about this in a couple of videos, the numbers are good for Enzo Fernández. Caicedo is obviously just that rock that we've got in the middle. And as much as at first I wasn't sure if they were able to play together well, now I'm absolutely convinced that they can. Caicedo and Enzo Fernández there, moving into this front four for Chelsea. Noni Madueke starting, Cole Palmer, Neto on the left, Nicholas Jackson up top. For me, Jadon Sancho, the form pre-international break and what I saw against Tottenham is enough for me to take Sancho out of the Chelsea starting 11. I don't think he's warranted the start. Noni this season, we know away from home sometimes, he just seems to have this added confidence to beat players, to take players on. Brentford are a super organised side, and this is not going to be easy for Chelsea. Brentford are difficult to beat, but they do concede a fair amount of goals. And I think players like Noni Madueke can hurt them. Neto, again, I think we spoke about him earlier in this video with the Jamie Gittens links. I need a lot more from Pedro Neto as well. But for me, it's got to be Noni on the right, and I don't think we've got any other options on the left. People are saying Tyreek George. I don't think Tyreek George is ready to start Premier League games. Yes, he's bright, and yes, he's quite confident, but does he have the quality right now? I don't think so. So for me, this is the team. Cole Palmer in the 10. Gets an assist against Tottenham. Got a decent rating when we went through that on 2 different videos. But I still want to see more from Cole Palmer. I think he needs to do more. I quite like how he was taking up a lot of space on that left-hand side in the Spurs game. I think we need to see that a bit more when it comes to Cucurella getting right up to that byline. And whether it's Sancho or maybe Neto in this game, seeing Cole Palmer then being able to whip those crosses in for an arriving Enzo Fernández or a lurking Nicholas Jackson. I like that from Chelsea. Different kind of style of attacking. And Jackson, I've spoken about him a little bit. I think a lot of people said I didn't give him enough credit in the 6 Things video. Maybe fair enough. It wasn't the best performance, but the overall shape of Chelsea just looks so much better when Nicholas Jackson is playing. I think we attack with more fluidity. We've got better outlets. And I think overall the main thing is the shape when Nicholas Jackson is in the side. Brentford away. This is not going to be an easy game. And of course, we'll be live tomorrow for this one and 6 Things We Learned. So much content coming your way. Make sure you are subscribed to GBFC and more GBFC. But what is my score prediction here? If that is the starting 11, which I think it should be, then I think Chelsea are going to win this game. I do. I think it's going to be tight. Brentford 1, Chelsea 2. Another 3 points here. All we got to do is keep winning. If we keep winning, between now and the end of the season, we get to our target, Champions League football. So let's go on a run again. Let's do it. We have won our last, 4 or 5 home games in the league. Let's go on a little away run as well. Brentford 1, Chelsea 2. If you enjoyed this little news, Brentford preview combo, make sure to smack a like on it. I'll see you in the watch-along tonight. If not, I'll see you for the watch-along and 6 Things tomorrow. Come on, you Blues.